Ascension Season 2, Episode 12, Slapstick Comedy. I wonder
Ooh,
what that could be.
I wonder.
I am joined once again by our lovely co-host, Michelle. How are you today?
Thank you. I am good today. Thank you. How are you?
I am doing okay. Like, I was fine. Like, and as soon as we go on air, live, of course, I start getting like a little frog in my throat, and it isn't
All
Kermit.
right.
So, look, we got a good show for you this week. Obviously, we're going to talk about Will Smith, Chris Rock. Um, we have some great animal news stories, and we have some great music news. We have some celebrity birthdays, like always, animal fun facts, like always. We will feature some new music that has just recently come out and talk about which ones we like,
Yeah.
and hopefully we like them.
Hmm.
And if
I
you, the
do.
fans out there, have something that you want to say, feel free to comment. We throw those comments up on the broadcast. We talk to you about those comments, and like I know people are gonna want to get their their say in the slap heard around the world. Um,
Right.
so everybody's gonna want to get their opinions in, and by all means, throw those comments there because we're gonna talk about it a little. And if we got a full show like always, always. And
Yeah.
and Michelle, you never let us down with your stories. We love them. Um, so I guess we have some shoes in the future in the show. So I cannot wait for this. So we're
Mhm.
gonna get right into it. We're gonna start talking about the slap, and that is the headlines. In case you missed it, which there's virtually no way you could have missed any of this,
No
because
way.
that's what everybody is talking about.
Right.
Chris Rock doing his little thing at the Oscars,
Mm.
made a comment about Jada Pinkett Smith with her hair, basically referencing to G.I. Jane, you know, and he couldn't wait to see the movie. And Will Smith just went basically ballistic. Um, Look, there's going to be people that are on both sides. And I'm not trying to choose sides because, frankly, I don't know where I stand on this. I think there's a little of both I can understand. Because I know if it was me that, you know, was in Will Smith's shoes at that moment, which would be awesome shoes, by the way, because the guy's
Mm.
got pretty much everything he wants. So um, I probably would have done the same thing. So if we were at a gala,
Yeah.
Michelle, and
Hmm.
somebody was insulting my co-host, I
Uh-huh.
probably would have done what Will Smith did, and that being his wife makes it much much deeper and painful.
Yeah.
But on the same token, Chris Rock is a comedian. This is what they do. Every year,
What they
these
do. They
shows,
wait.
they look out into the crowd and they poke fun of the crowd. And they're all actors. Let's face it, they're all stars
That's
out there.
right.
I'm not sitting in those seats, paying thousands of dollars per seat. you know, I was not
Uh,
invited to the Oscars. Um, so, you know, but you have to expect that.
you have
Now,
to.
I don't know if Chris Rock knows why she was, bald. And frankly, it shouldn't even matter, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But he might not have known, the reasons. You know, when you're out there and you
Mhm.
see Jada Pinkett Smith, you might think, oh, maybe she's playing a role, and
Yeah,
that's why
a
she like,
style, role, or something.
yeah, because
No
she's an
one,
actress
not
and
many
she
people
does a
know.
lot of good work, and so you don't know, it could have been for a role, and that's what he saw. He saw, he envisioned, you know, like Demi Moore in GI
Right.
Jane. That's what he envisioned, and it's totally understandable. And
Yeah.
apparently there was other reasons. And so Will Smith, knew that she felt bad about it, but
Well, after the fact, right? He
right
laughed.
after the fact, right?
He laughed. He thought it was funny, and
Yeah,
he
and she
looked
wasn't
over at
smiling.
her,
Yeah, she
and she
wasn't
shook her
smiling.
head, rolled her eyes. She wasn't smiling,
Right,
and that's when it all
and
took
that's
place.
when he just lost it. Then he realized, oh boy, that wasn't funny. And you know, in that aspect, no, it wasn't funny. But people didn't know, so it was funny to people.
Yeah. Right. Everyone laughed.
And so that's where the fine line is. Like you can't like I don't blame Chris Rock. I don't blame him.
I don't
But
believe he was being malicious. He
no,
did say,
no.
"I love you, Jada." Because
Yes.
people do that. Friends poke fun. I'm sure they've known each
Absolutely.
other for years,
Absolutely.
and they
And
poke fun.
he just doesn't know the circumstances. And I
Hmm.
would have thought the same thing. It was for a role. Because I seen her in the crowd and like, oh, you know, I wonder what she's going to be in. That's the first
I
thing
thought
I
it
thought
was
of.
a
I didn't
style.
know. Yeah, frankly, she didn't look bad
Back in
either.
the day. She
She
looked
didn't look bad.
great to me.
She's
Yeah,
gorgeous, no matter what her hair looks like.
yeah.
you
She has
know,
the
it,
right shaped head. I couldn't wear nothing like that short.
yeah, it's like I have to go through it all the time. You know,
Uh-huh.
so I can't escape. But I think it it's an unfortunate thing.
It is.
Um, and to be honest with you, I really thought he handled it wrong. This is a
I
guy that
think
always preaches love and peace, and
right.
he snapped.
And he's an example, he's setting an
Right.
example for the young
And the
people.
thing
People
is,
just
he's
trained them.
human. Okay, he's human. They've had a rough go, for a couple of years. You know, they're always in the tabloids, and they're always being talked about, and so it's
Yeah,
not an
it's out
easy
in the
life.
open.
And he's human, and he made a mistake. If he really wanted to make a point, knowing that he could be up there for an award or two, he could have just got up and they could have walked out. That would have been a huge point. That would have
I
made a
see what you
statement,
mean. Yeah, a
especially if
statement.
he gets the award and he ended up getting the award. You know, um, I think that would have made a huge statement, and that would have driven the point home a lot better than what just walking up there casually and then smacking him.
Yeah,
That was not the right way to do it. And I
I don't
understand.
think
Look,
so
I
either.
get it. I get it. I probably would have wanted to do the same thing. So, who am I? You know, although I would have been arrested.
Yeah, he
I
wasn't
would have
even
been arrested.
escorted out.
No, and
He sat through the whole thing.
apparently in the press they said that they asked him to leave, but that wasn't true either. So
I don't believe it.
yeah, and it's tough because it's Will Smith, you know,
Yeah,
and look, there's always going to be some moron out there that's going to make this a race thing somehow. You know, some guy somewhere in middle of USA somewhere, he's going to make it. Oh, that's what showing true colors, so to speak. And there's always going to be that because I've already seen some of those posts, and it's like it's disturbing. I heard people with, now they want to stop, having the Black Lives Matter stuff out there because of it. And it's like, it's just ridiculous.
It's
It's like, don't make this a
extreme.
race thing. This is just,
I've seen all
a
races
joke
act out.
that went
All the
bad.
Karens out there, really.
Oh, yeah. So
They've
it's
been
like,
extreme.
yeah. So, this has nothing to do with race whatsoever. It just
Nothing to
has to
do with
do
it.
with a joke that went bad. Um, you know, Look, Jada Pinkett
And he
Smith,
took it personal.
yeah,
Mhm.
she wasn't happy because I, look, whatever she's going through. I don't. I know that there's some sort of a disease involved or something. I don't even know
Yeah,
all of the facts
alopecia.
of that.
That's
Okay,
what they
so
said.
it's like, so she feels bad, and that went right up Will Smith's spine, and he lashed out because, first of all, he's thinking, "Oh my God, it was funny, but it wasn't funny," and
Hmm.
so his embarrassment of laughing, then he realized what it was, so that made him feel doubly worse. And that is like the almost embarrassment in front of his wife that he laughed kind of got him really upset because it's like he
Hmm.
shouldn't have laughed at that joke. And once he realized that, now he was stuck and he didn't know what to do, you know,
Hmm.
also known as being human. Welcome to our world, Will. You know,
Yeah.
it happens to the best of us, everybody, you know.
Right.
So I don't blame either party on this. So I didn't know where to draw the line. Yeah, I know he did something wrong. He went up and he hit him. That's not the answer. But
It's
he is
not. It's
human.
assault, technically.
Yes, it is. It is. And I hope that they can sit down and talk to each other and hash this out, um, peacefully. And
Yes. Hopeful.
because I think
It's
Chris Rock is
time
a
for
funny guy.
healing.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and Will Smith is a
Hilarious.
funny guy too, and he knows deep down it was a joke because he laughed. He laughed,
Yeah, he
and then
was
once he
cracking
realized what happened, you know, so yeah, who knows what went through his head, once he realized she wasn't laughing. So,
Mm-hmm.
my regards to both. It's a tough situation, and
It is.
I just hope it all works out. I don't want any of them to suffer um, any long-term hard, you know, feelings. Because I like both of them. I love Will Smith's movies. King Richard was fantastic, but and he
Mm-hmm.
deserved to get that Oscar. Um,
Yeah.
so hopefully it all gets settled peacefully, and we can all be happy, and forget about it. Forget
Yeah.
about it.
And don't
McSteel.
invite Will or Jada to any roast. I wouldn't invite them
No,
because
no.
they take it to heart. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a serious thing for them. I mean it really is. So it's hard, and there was no way of Chris Rock knowing. You
Yeah, that's
know,
what he said. That's what he stated. He had no idea she had alopecia. So
yeah, yeah. But I look, she's still gorgeous. You know,
yeah,
it
she's
doesn't.
beautiful.
And there's plenty of women out there that is probably feels self conscious that are going through the same thing.
Yeah, and
Look,
men
don't worry
also.
about it. Yeah, yeah.
Men
Don't
are
worry
going
about it.
through it.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about it. First of
yeah.
all, who cares what others think?
Mhm.
And if you look good, you look good no matter what.
Right. You look
So
good with what you have.
that's right. So look, Sinead O'Connor. You know,
Right. She was
you know,
beautiful.
she was. She was. She had those nice eyes. The
Oh
eyes. Woo,
yeah, that jumped
woo.
out. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, she was weird,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Eccentric.
But look, there's a lot of women that do wear their hair, either really, really, really short, like Buzz,
Yeah.
or even bald, and they still look good. Look, people are
Yeah.
beautiful no matter what. So,
That's true.
McSteel, thank you, thank you for joining.
Thank
Um,
you.
I hope you enjoy the show. Look, you're gonna love it. Like if you haven't
All
watched
right.
before, or if this is the first time you've just commented, you know, welcome. Jump in, give us your thoughts on Will Smith and Chris Rock and Jada. Like
Yeah.
again, see, this is another thing. It's like everybody's talking about Will and Chris Rock. You know, we still have the other person involved in this that nobody's even really talking about, and that is Jada
Mm-hmm.
Pinkett Smith, and she's the one that matters out of all of this.
Yeah.
She's the one that matters, and we hope that
Mm-hmm.
she recovers fully, and everything
Right.
gets back to normal for her. And you know, because we want you around for a long
Yeah.
time, because we need those that acting, that ability, A-list
Mm-hmm.
actor. She might, when like there's a lot of great actors, you
Oh
know,
yeah. So many.
and yeah, it's like Jada Pinkett Smith has been in, you know, acting for a while. She's been around for a while,
Oh
but
yes.
she's so good. She's so good. So, and we want more. We want more. I don't care what role you're in. You're always good. So
Yeah.
that is, of course, our headlines. I took up good good portion, and that's exactly how I wanted. I wanted around 15 minutes of that, and because
Mm-hmm.
we seem to, like, all the bad stuff gets the headlines, but we should be talking about her, like I said, and maybe what we can do, for that disease and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
go out, do some research, donate for the cause, for, whether it's research, whatever it is. Um, that's what we should be doing. So,
Great.
awareness. It's awareness.
That's
So,
right. Awareness.
you are watching Pop Ascension Season 2, Episode 12, Slapstick Comedy. Remember, it is just comedy, so do not take it to heart. Um, you are watching us on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting. You are also watching us on Facebook at facebook.com/RI Broadcasting. You are also watching us on twitch.tv /RI underscore broadcasting. And of course on Twitter at Broadcasting RI. You can also join us on Discord. Where we are? Right here. So discord.gg /EZZWYE6U. You can
Yeah.
also listen to us on Spotify, Google, and Anchor, and also tune in podcasts. So you can listen to us all on those. And if you want to be hanging out, and join up on the fan page for Pop Ascension, you can easily just go on there as soon as I find it. As soon as I find it right here. So much. So facebook.com /our lovely guest Michelle Pop Ascension.
Yeah.
And you can just like it, share it, you know. She'll put stuff on there. I think she just posted up a picture the other day, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Um,
LinkedIn
so
or LinkedIn.
yes, the
Mm-hmm. So
LinkedIn,
link
right?
up.
So So join us. Join us everywhere. We're everywhere.
Well, everywhere.
Everywhere. So on YouTube, don't forget, subscribe. We are actually now up to 1,072 followers
Yeah.
on YouTube. And let me tell
Hmm.
you, Pop Ascension has like, I don't know, 6 of the top 12, episodes for videos on Rhode Island Broadcasting, including the number one. I don't want to toot our horn too much, but yeah, we're the number one show on the YouTube channel. Oh,
Ooh.
oh, oh,
Ooh.
and it's all because of you, the fans. You, the
Yeah.
fans.
You
And
the
that's why
fan.
we like when you comment and stuff like that, because we like getting you involved. We've had like Nizam, Faceless, all kinds
Yeah.
of people, Alicia,
Mm-hmm.
so they're all part of our family.
Yes.
And
We
if you're
thank you for that.
yeah, and if you're on the Facebook page of Rhode Island Broadcasting, you can also be a VIP. You get all the news ahead of time. So if we have a new
Ooh.
show coming on the channel, I don't know, maybe like Last Sessions. Last
Ah.
Sessions. That is the
Yeah.
stand-up comedian show that we will soon be featuring. I've got
Ooh,
two comedians working on videos as of the moment. Um, we also have another one that plans on filming their next show and
ooh.
sending us the video. So we will have some stand-up comedy
Exciting.
soon. So you
Yeah.
find that out first, as I believe Tammy signed up and became a VIP, so she is getting all that information first. It's going to be
Wonderful.
great. So eventually, when we get to do a show in a studio, I will have pictures being taken, as and then you get those pictures too. You know, so maybe Michelle, in your studio, you can get maybe a photo and send it in. I can post it in the VIP area. So,
Sounds
but
great.
they get all the news ahead of time before anybody else does. So, so
Yeah.
that's that. So let's now that's oh, I forgot one more thing. One more thing.
One
If
more
you
thing.
want to sponsor the show,
Oh, why not?
and that is very important to sponsor the show because all these bills have to get paid. The programming, the whole cast and crew. We have all those camera people, and the
Yeah.
producers, and yeah, and what have you. You know, it all costs money. So just the program Restream, it
Yeah.
it costs a lot, and then the website hosting, all that stuff. So please, by all means, throw us some bits on Twitch, or subscribe on Twitch, or become a VIP on Facebook, or sponsor the show. Sponsor the show, and you can get so many eyes on
So many.
your business. Thousands of eyes. So let's
And that's
move on.
guaranteed.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. And
guaranteed.
when it
You
goes, when
won't
we
be
read it
disappointed.
off, look, when we read it off, it stays on the episode forever.
Yep.
So, and let me tell you, we still have people watching our first show.
Oh yeah.
so, so
There's a lot.
people keep tuning in, and you will always get to new eyes and ears. So let's move on to animal news. You have a couple of stories for us, Michelle.
Yes, I have a couple of stories on animal news. Now, my first story will be about the mountain goats at Olympic
Oh,
National Park in the state of Washington.
nice.
They have developed such a taste for human urine and sweat
As I'm taking a drink.
as you take a drink
Ugh.
that they're starting to cause problems.
Oh
Now,
boy.
wildlife officials are having them airlifted um, out of the park, away from the areas where humans roam and use public bathrooms.
Oh my God! Come on, people.
Yeah, now goats are being moved to the Cascade Mountains, their native habitat. Wildlife official statement. Mountain goats can be a nuisance along trails and around wilderness campsites where they persistently seek salt and minerals from human urine, packs, and sweat on clothing. They often pan in dry areas on the ground where the hikers urinate. They paw in dry areas on the ground where hikers urinate on disposed cooking water, urine, and it's so sad to say that they're moving out of their natural habitat because of human mountain climbers. So it's like they
This
have
is
to be
this is
moved,
bad.
right? It's really bad, but it's just you know whatever works for them. If
Yeah.
the goats are happy, you
Mm.
know, who knows? I don't know.
Happy, happy. You gotta stress that
Happy, yeah.
P. Happy.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh boy. You know, you
Yeah.
never cease to amaze me with these stories. Never.
Right. So there was one incident that happened with the goat and a mountain climber. Now the mountain climber, he was attacked by the goat
Oh yeah.
and unfortunately was fatal. So they
Oh.
wanted to be safe for the humans and the ghosts, so they have to separate them that
Oh
way.
boy.
You
Look,
know,
look. I got chased by a goat when I was a kid.
really?
Me and my sister had sugar daddies?
Oh yeah,
That
we
little
love
like
them.
toffee caramelly, you
Caramel.
know.
My favorite.
Okay, so we had those, and there was a goat, and it chased us because it wanted the sugar daddies.
Yeah,
I
that's
threw
really it.
mine, so it stopped chasing me, and it kept chasing my sister, and she's running and running and running and running, and there was
Oh,
a clothesline that she did not see,
oh no.
and she literally clotheslined herself trying to get away from the goat.
Oh wow.
She fell to the
Oh
ground, and the goat took it. So yeah, she didn't get
wow.
away.
Yeah,
It was funny.
the goat
It
has
was
a
funny.
sweet tooth.
I was laughing. I do have
I
to say,
believe it. I believe it.
you know, but
Hmm.
just a goat. It's not a mountain goat, but it is a
Yeah,
goat. And we
it's
were
a
young
goat.
kids, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Memories.
I have stories that seems like for everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
It's like I gotta put them in a book. Gotta get this out there. These are all true stories. When I tell you something, it's true. I'm telling you.
wow.
So okay, so the goat killed somebody. That's sad.
That's sad.
It is sad.
That's why they want to make it safe for the mountain climbers and
Yeah.
separate the goats
Yep.
in their own territorial
Yeah. Like
areas.
when you think about it, now this guy is forever going to be known for being killed by a goat. It's not up in the wilderness. Oh, it's not a grizzly bear. You know, not a mountain lion, not a snake, a goat.
Yeah.
So, sorry, it's kind of comical. It's a sad thing, but why does it have to be a goat?
Right. I'm thinking the goat head butted this
Yeah,
person off of a mountain or something. That's the
yeah.
what
Or
that
maybe
is.
it like pushed him and he was running, you know, and didn't see there was a ledge or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Could have
something.
fallen and broken his neck or something. I don't know. But it's
It's a
still
shame.
horrible.
Yeah.
It's still horrible.
It's
So,
horrible.
all right. What's your second story there, Michelle?
Well, my second story is a Dublin's Irish pub in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Now, recently, the pub posted photos of a deer, a pack of deer that overruns this pub, and
Oh,
they ran through the window
oh boy.
and glass everywhere. It's a herd of
Yep.
deer. And as they jumped over the wall and into the pub, one
And
got,
they made
and
a mess.
it was just a wild incident. So the good thing about it that the pub wasn't open,
Oh,
but
that's
there
good.
was no patrons in there, and everything turned out okay. Just claiming at the insurances,
Yeah, and I'm
and
sure they had a big mess.
oh yes, it was a big mess from the herd of deer, and that's animal news stories.
That is fantastic. That's fantastic. Hey, we keep making their habitat smaller and smaller. They have to go somewhere.
Absolutely.
And if you're going to go somewhere, you might as well have a drink while doing it. Go to the pub. Nobody was there.
Hit a pub.
Drinks are on the house. So if you're out there in the woods, bring your closest doe to the pub, have a drink, you know, just just try not to make a scene. So
Yeah, don't make a scene. At least leave a tip.
yes, yes, yes. All right, it is time for animal fun facts.
Animal fun facts.
Love
Now,
this segment.
right. The
Get my pen out.
puffins.
Puffins.
Yes, the puffins surely have enough to be proud of with their beautiful beaks, but the seabirds also happen to be clever. The puffins use twigs to scratch their bodies.
Okay.
I don't think they scratch. They pick up the twig and they start scratching whatever they need. And
Yeah.
I thought that was cute.
Well, when you
But
got an itch and you can't reach it, it's tough with their feet because their feet are too short. So,
right?
and they can only turn and bend their necks so much. So you
Yeah,
pick up a twig and you
exactly.
do it.
That's
It's just like a
right.
person with a back scratcher.
That's right. They're very
So
clever about that.
there you go.
There you
Puffins.
go. Puffins. The bottlenose dolphins. A
Oh,
team led by Florida's Dolphins Communication Project took a look at the feeding behavior of bottlenose dolphins and found that the animals were turning to their left side 99.44% of the time, which actually suggests a right side bias,
huh.
according to IFL Science. It happens dolphins right side and right eye closed to the ocean floor as it hunts.
Wow. Interesting.
That is interesting, isn't it?
It is interesting.
Hmm.
See, this
Now,
is amazing stuff.
the Manhattan ant, which is the
The
Manhattan ant.
Manhattan. That's pretty funny.
So it can be found that only lives in one small area in New York City.
Really?
Yes, the New York Post Rob Dunn, biology professional, discovered an isolated ant.
Hmm.
So they're isolated within that area of New York City. Nowhere else.
That's interesting.
Hmm.
That is really interesting. It's surprising, to be honest with
Right.
you. Like they
That's
haven't
right.
migrated somewhere else. Um,
True.
that's staying true to your home,
That's right.
you know? A native
Mhm.
Manhattan ant.
Yep. Manhattan. Now, sharks. Some shark species produce a glow that only other sharks can see, but now scientists have discovered that previously unknown small molecule metabolites are the cause of the green glow. According to CNN, this glow helps sharks identify each other and
Huh.
even fight against infection on microbial level.
Really?
Yeah, they actually glow. I saw it with my own eyes.
All I can think of when you're saying glow is Soul Glow from Coming to America.
Oh yeah, the
Now I
singer
picture I picture a
on the
shark,
song.
putting that stuff in, on him. Soul
I can hear
Glow,
the
the
singers. That
shark.
was hilarious,
Soul
right?
Glow. Oh, that's brilliant though. That's pretty good.
That is
That's
brilliant.
that gives a defense mechanism against things that you know you don't even think of being in the ocean. But it is true.
Yeah, it is
There's all kinds of
true.
things you got to worry about.
Oh yes, a whole lot of things. Now snails. Some snails have hairy shells. These
Really? Ew.
these hairs are rather handy to have as they help a snail stick to wet surfaces like leaves.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
So it doesn't get slippery.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Now,
they're
an
not falling to their death.
FYI about me, I have snails, and see, I'm into biology, so I use animals, but they're not hairy, but they're snails, and I
So
always
yeah,
was
do you like
fascinated
make
by.
escargot?
No, I don't eat escargot or anything like
Okay,
that.
just making sure that you're not,
Oh, have a
it's
snail
not
farm
lunch.
or something? No, 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 I wouldn't.
Would you
Now,
would you try
uh-huh.
it?
Would I try it? No, I'm very picky, even with American foods. You know, if something doesn't appease to me, I won't want to eat it. You
Yeah, I'm
know,
not eating a snail.
no, I don't.
Not
I
eating
don't
a snail.
want to. I don't either. No,
Um, and
even.
I know. Look, like if you ever go on like Survivor, there's good
Oh yeah.
chances that you might need to eat that kind of stuff.
Uh huh.
But unless I'm doing that, hell no, hell no.
Yeah.
No ants are in my diet. No crickets. No
Not for me.
snails. Not happening. Not happening.
No,
So,
not happening.
nope.
Yeah. Now a grizzly bear. A
Ooh.
grizzly bear's bite is strong enough to crush a bowling ball.
What?
That's strong.
It can
A
crush a bowling ball? Oh
can
my
crush
god.
a
You don't
bowling ball.
you don't ever want to get attacked by a grizzly bear. You don't
Oh,
ever want
never,
that. Cuz he will
never.
crush your head like a, a pea.
Yeah. So I know in my area we have the bears in the mountains, but there are people out there they want to hand feed these animals,
Yeah,
and they think they
no.
want to pet them and think they're
Right, they're
don't
so
do it.
cute. Look at him. He's
Yeah.
just hungry. Yeah, he's hungry to eat your head.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, people don't
So
understand.
be smart.
These are carnivores.
Hmm.
You know,
Carnivores.
well, they're actually
Meat
both,
eat.
but they do eat meat, and
They
they would
eat
rather
meat.
have meat than a leaf. Let me tell
Oh
you.
yeah.
Let me tell
They're not
you.
husky and big for nothing. They're more meat and potato animals,
No,
right?
that's right. That's right.
That's right.
You
Hmm.
know, us humans like to think that we're at the top of the food chain. Got some news for you, folks. Only if you have a gun. That's it. If you don't have a
That's
gun,
it.
you are not at the top of the food chain.
Right. That is right.
So just to let you know, um, when you go up into the mountains for a little hike, you're not at the top of the food chain. So
Yeah.
bears are the most likely at the top. There are mountain lions, but I don't think a mountain lion is going to screw with a grizzly bear. That ain't happening either. So
Ooh. If
so
they're hungry enough, they may get delusional and
so
try
the
it.
top of the chain is a grizzly bear. Then I would say a mountain lion up in these parts, and you know I would say a moose comes third.
The moose,
So
yeah. Mm,
you just can't mess around with Mother Nature.
you can.
Animals are wild for a reason.
The wild animals.
Oh, and
That's it.
not to mention wolves and stuff like that.
Right.
So we're way down on that list. Way down.
Yeah. Way down.
The only thing that separates us is that, for the most part, we're a little more intelligent. Although, when you see victims of animals, then you understand, well, some animals are smarter than some humans.
Right. Exactly. Hmm.
So, you know. Okay, so grizzly bears.
Yes. Now the humpback whales. Now humpback whales team up to use a bubble net technique in order to catch prey.
Oh,
So they work as a team, which is so
yeah,
fascinating to me.
yeah, that is. Like, we don't give some animals credit for the things that they do. You know, it's like,
Right.
I know it's like natural to them, but it's fascinating when you get animals that do things and there's really no reason for it, and except for that it's nature.
Yeah, it's nature. It's very
So,
fascinating. Now the slow lorises, they may be cute, but their bite can kill.
ooh,
According to popular science, these adorable animals secrete toxin
oh,
from a gland in the crook of their inner arms.
how did they get up to their bite?
Wow, yeah. And they're so cute
Jeez.
and innocent looking. You look at them and say, oh,
Most animals do look cute and innocent looking.
they do, but you know,
You still
people
don't
be
screw with the
aware.
wild animal. You don't do it.
You don't do it. A group of ferrets is called a business.
I love ferrets.
Yeah, and it's modernized form of business because
Yeah.
their busyness, because of their busyness, the business
Yeah.
busyness.
They're always
That,
poking their noses into something.
yeah, they're
They got
so
like a
fun to
little
watch.
busybody gene in there.
Right? Yep,
They're explorers.
they are. They're inquisitive.
Yeah, I had two of them and I loved it. It was fascinating to watch them, and it was
Oh,
fascinating to watch them with kids because I used to
uh-huh.
bring them to the YMCA when I worked for the YMCA, the
Oh,
after school
yeah.
program, and the
Uh-huh.
kids loved them, loved them.
Yeah, they're
They were like,
lovable.
"Oh, Ron, can you keep it here every day?" And I'm like, "No,
Yeah, not every day.
no."
Hmm. Now, octopuses. The animals can grab and taste with the suckers on their arm. And yes, they have arms, not tentacles. Octopuses are capable of moving at speeds up to 25 miles an hour.
Jesus.
That's how fast they can move.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
won't. You're not gonna outswim it.
no, it's going to catch up to you.
Oh yeah,
But they appear to be harmless. They won't, you know,
yeah.
attack long as, but if you're in their habitat,
Oh
you never
yeah.
know.
That's right. That's why you never mess with a wild animal. whether it's
That's
on land or in the water.
right. Now, otters, they're thought to have up to 1 million hairs per square inch. Their fur consists of two layers and it is designed to trap a layer of air next to their skin so their skin doesn't get wet. And that's animal
Wait a
fun
minute.
fact.
Wait, their skin can't get wet?
No, it doesn't get wet. Um, it is
Wow.
designed to trap a layer of air. That's amazing. Um, next to their skin, so their skin doesn't get wet.
That is interesting.
That is
That is
interesting.
interesting.
So I pictured the fur gets wet, but not the skin underneath. So that's what I'm picturing.
I like otters too. Um,
They're so cute.
yeah, otters and puffins, were really good this week. Um, but I gotta go with the grizzly bear that can crush a bowling ball. To me, that was the most startling fun fact of the day because
The
now it gives a
pressure,
whole
right?
new meaning of if you meet up with a grizzly bear in the wild, you are pretty much screwed.
Yeah,
You're screwed.
exactly. Uh huh.
You know,
That's
you're
right.
not going to outrun it. You're not going to
Nope.
outclimb it. And you are not going to outmuscle it. It's just not happening. So,
Not gonna
um,
happen.
so wow, you're in deep, deep mud. So, all right. So, we spent a lot of time on some of these segments already. There's a lot to talk about. We have some great stuff, and it's going to continue because now I have some TV updates.
Yes.
I'll try to get through all these updates, as fast as I can. Um, so the first thing is Halo, the TV series
Hello.
debuted. I got to watch episode 1,
Uh
and
huh.
it did not disappoint. It kept to the tradition of Halo story. Um, Master Chief and that whole bit, the Spartans, and
Uh huh.
but there is word that the female character that appears in the first episode, I
Yeah.
think from what I'm hearing, that Halo fans are up in arms because they're going to be introducing a character that is female led
Oh.
and is supposed to
Interesting.
be more powerful than Master Chief, the main character of Halo.
Oh.
So Halo fans are upset that they're caving into, you know, um, I guess, social, justices, and
Mm.
like making things, fair for all genders and races and
Okay.
everything. So they're a little upset that they're not going to hold true to the actual story. I have not seen evidence of that in the first episode, so people should just calm down and wait and see. Just calm
Yeah.
down.
Mm.
I have no problem with bringing in any kind of character. You know, Look,
Mm-hmm.
if you just want the same thing, just go do the campaigns of these video games.
Yeah.
So then you have Master Chief, all you want. Now, I also hope that Master Chief stays the main character.
Right.
Um, because that's what it is. It's Master Chief,
Yeah.
so he should be the main character. I don't want them to stray from the main character as the
Right.
lead role. If you want to introduce other Spartans and have whatever you want them to have, that's fine. But the main character should still be Master Chief. So I'm giving the studio that creates this 343.
Yeah.
All right, you already screwed up the video game series by making terrible games 4 and 5. Just so everybody knows, um,
Mm-hmm.
you already screwed up the video game. Do not screw up the whole. premise of Halo. So,
Right.
like I said, I don't mind characters that are female, that are strong female characters. I don't care,
Yeah.
but the main character should be Master Chief. Main character.
Main character. It
Period.
should.
Master Chief. That's what it is.
Uh-huh.
Don't screw it up. That's all I can say. Don't screw it up, because this has a makings of what could be the greatest sci-fi series that we've ever seen.
Right.
It has the makings. Episode 1 was fantastic. Had everything you could have possibly wanted in that series, in that first episode. The fighting with the with their enemies, and I can't think of what the enemy is right now, but uh,
Uh-huh.
you know, everything that you saw in the video games is in that first episode. It was
Yeah.
fantastic. I
It's
loved it.
fantastic.
So don't screw it up.
Right.
Moon Knight gets started. I believe it starts this month, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Um, so that is something I'm going to be checking out. Also coming up, Obi-Wan Kenobi
Oh.
coming up in May. In
Wow.
August, House of the Dragon, which is
Mm,
the Game of Thrones. You
that's
know,
great.
that is one of the stories. I believe it's the prequel to Game of Thrones. And of course, the prequel of all prequels, um, the what is it? The Rings of Power.
Oh.
Way before Lord of the Rings happens. I am
Right.
looking forward to that. Let me tell you, that is my most awaited series ever,
Wow.
ever.
Something to
Because
look
I
forward
love
to.
me some Lord of the Rings, and if you could give me more of that, whether it's before, after, during, I want it.
Right.
So, um, now, of course, with the good stuff coming, there's always the bad stuff,
Right.
and now there are cancellations galore, galore, and
Ooh.
these aren't even all of them. And this
Mm.
doesn't even include the ones that are ending this year, like The Walking Dead. I can't believe I'm going to be without these people forever.
Oh no.
I like they're part of my family practically. Like I know the
Wow.
characters so well that it's like, oh my god, how can you do this to us? No more, really?
No more.
So here are the cancellations. ABC canceled American Housewife, Call Your Mother for Life, Mixed Dish, and Rebel. So those are gone. I saw the first episode of Mixed Dish. Oh my god, it was terrible. Terrible.
Wow.
Oh, oh, awful.
Not good.
The others I didn't watch. Frankly, I knew Rebel was supposed to be coming. That was what's her face from Mom, when she was basically going to play herself, from Mom, but in this one, just a different setting. Amazon canceled I Know What You Did Last Summer after one season. I'm not even sure it even got a full season, to be honest with you.
Oh no.
And unfortunately, it canceled Absentia. And that was Stanek Katic, from Castle. Remember her?
Uh-huh.
That
Yeah.
was such a great series. 3 seasons, and it
Yeah.
got canceled. But let me tell you, this was canceled, but you can watch the 3 seasons because it kind of gives you an ending.
Uh-huh.
So, so it is not one of those series that cancels and you don't get an end to it, and it's like, what the hell did I just watch the last 3 years for? The Zoo. That's what happened with the Zoo. The Zoo was a great series, and they never ended it. They just stopped it, and it's like, well,
Oh,
what the hell? So I watched
yeah.
it. It was so good, and the last episode cut it, and it's like, wait, that's it? This is how it's going to end? It was
Wow.
so disappointed. It, I was so upset that they didn't at least give one more. They could have made one more episode, and they
Right.
could have given it closure, just to give it closure. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Forget it. Forget it. But Absentia delivers. That delivers. What a great show. Three
Yeah.
seasons. I recommend to watch that because that was awesome, and I'm sad to see it go because I like Stana.
Uh-huh.
CBS canceled Bull after I believe 5 years. The Unicorn after 2. The Unicorn was good. That was a good
Yeah.
comedy. It's too bad.
Right.
And they
That's
canceled
too bad.
the courtroom drama all, and I gotta say that was a great show. Sad to see it go, but I gotta say I didn't watch it that often. Not often enough, apparently.
Oh,
You know,
that-
it was just on one of those nights I just couldn't watch it because I was either busy or something else was on. And if I
right.
want to say, I think it was on. I thought it was on a Monday night, so that
Uh-huh.
made sense that I wouldn't be able to watch it because I run Melee usually on Mondays. Melee, the game, video game.
Yeah.
CW. Becky, I know you're out there watching. Um, they canceled the Republic of Sarah, and Becky likes to watch all these CW shows. And they also canceled Katie Keene, and I know she watched it, so I'm sure she's not thrilled about that.
Uh,
So I know she was watching that, and she really liked it. So you know, Fox canceled The Big Leap, Filthy Rich, The Moody's, and Prodigal Son. That was a good
oh.
thriller. That was good. I can't
I
think of the
love the
guy's name.
title.
Yeah, it was. It starred the guy that played Jesus on Walking Dead. I
Oh.
can't think of the actor's name, um, but that he starred in it, and it was really good. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
FX canceled Pose and Why the Last Man. I watched the season of the Last Man, and I'm really upset that they canceled this show. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it was so good. It was about you know things like all the men died.
Mm.
So, ladies, I know you enjoying that, but except
Oh,
for one
not all
guy.
ladies.
One
Yeah.
guy lived, you know, and everybody was out looking for him for different reasons, So he was not safe. We'll just say that.
Yeah.
It
Mm.
was so good. It was a very good show, and I'm sorry that's gone. HBO canceled Lovecraft Country.
Huh.
I'm so glad I didn't watch the series. I watched the first episode and I'm like, disappointed.
Yeah.
And apparently the whole world thought so too,
Oh wow. Yeah.
because I guess it did not do very well. So it
That's
got
what it
canceled.
is.
Hulu canceled Shrill. NBC took out the chopping block. Let's
Mm-hmm.
face it, NBC has not had many good shows. They did cancel Debris, which was a very good show. They canceled Good Girls, Ordinary Joe, which I watched every episode. It was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Hard to follow, and I think that's where it lost people because it's like it gives a story of this guy, but in three different lives.
Yeah.
So it followed three different lives of this guy Joe. One he becomes a
Oh.
cop, one a nurse, and one he became a rock star.
Oh.
But it was really cool and how he interacted with all those people in his life and what roads you travel down.
Right. Mm-hmm.
They also canceled Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. I wanted to see that. I'm now glad I did not because I would be disappointed again. And Netflix, among a whole bunch of them, Cowboy Bebop was canceled.
It's a lot of cancellations.
Oh, there's a ton more, but I was like, okay, I can't just do this forever.
Yeah.
So I tried to
Right.
get like the most of the shows that were popular, and you know, but that does not include things that are ending, like NCIS New Orleans ended. There's a whole bunch of shows that are on that list of ending this year. Um, so, so yeah, that is the list of cancellations that I decided to go with. it is time now for news story. News
News
story.
story. This news story caught my attention.
I
It's an
cannot wait.
Illinois woman. She keeps getting unwanted shoe deliveries from UPS.
Oh,
Now, an
jeez.
Illinois woman said more than 15 pairs of really, really, really tacky shoes have
Oh
been
my God.
mistakenly delivered to her home over the course of a year.
Oh my
Imagine
God.
getting your tacky shoes for a whole year.
Oh my
Now,
God.
Simone Boutte of Oak Park said the shoes started being delivered to her home by UPS about a year ago, and between 15 and 20 pairs have since arrived.
Oh my God.
Boutte returned one box of shoes to a UPS store. UPS said that the shoes are supposed to be returned to an Amazon vendor out of China. The address was a clerical error mix up
Oh my God.
from Amazon shoe seller. And an Amazon representative said the company is aware of this issue. We have been able to address this highly unusual situation. We have reached out to our customer to apologize for this inconvenience involving a company selling oversight. Also, ask the shoe seller to make the appropriate corrections on their end, a representative said.
That's
Boutte said
funny.
she is hoping the deliveries will now stop. And that is news
That's
story.
pretty funny, you know. But I
Yeah,
mean, there are worse things, you know.
they are. They
It
are
could have been
worse things.
something embarrassing, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because you know what it is? There's so many subscriptions that's out there. You could get subscriptions for shoes,
Yeah,
subscriptions for food, for
literally anything.
subscriptions for anything, especially Amazon. You could get anything off of Amazon. I mean, everything and anything.
Anything,
So that's what
anything
you
at
know.
all. Do 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 do. Anything at
Yeah.
all. All
Hmm.
right, so that again is kind of funny. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it's not like they're good. They're not like practical shoes. It's just tacky.
Very tacky. I've seen them. I'm like, she's right. These are very tacky, not my
You
style.
know, maybe they were like bowling shoes or something.
No, these are chunky heels, not for bowling. They
Oh,
were like
okay.
chunky and they're, it's just,
So Chakra, thanks for being here. It's
hello.
Chakra is a regular here,
Ah,
so we love it every time you show up and you support. That's really great.
yeah.
So if you want to see somebody play some video games, I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? You detailing a car on Need for Speed, I believe it was.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, so putting the logos and stuff like that on there. So you go to twitch.tv/chakra underscore power. You can watch some great racing games and stuff. So definitely do that. And of course, you can always stop by, subscribe, and follow, and send us bits
Yeah.
on twitch.tv/ri underscore broadcasting. You can also subscribe and follow our YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting. Very important. That is so important. We always could use the support. Always, always, always.
Oh,
Also, Facebook.com/RI Broadcasting. And do not forget to register as a fan or like or whatever it is on Facebook.com Michelle Pop Ascension and get all the details of the show, you know,
yeah.
comments and stuff like that. And
Right.
of course, on Twitter, you can follow us at Broadcasting RI, and you can also catch out the podcast on Anchor, Google, Spotify, and Tune In podcasts. So if you can't
Yes.
watch us because you're at work or something, you can
Are
listen to
working
us.
out.
Yes. Oh yeah, we're perfect to work out. You won't
Yeah.
even know that you're working out. You'll be like days listen to us, laughing at all the great stories and all the good conversation.
Right.
So yeah, so you might want to try that. Might want to try it.
Yeah.
So where are we? What did we just do? News story. So we are up to music
Mhm.
news. And
Music
let me
news.
tell you, I know you got a story. I got two of them. So this is gonna be pretty cool. This is gonna be good. You're gonna get a lot of stuff right
Ooh,
here. A
pretty
lot of stuff.
cool.
All right. So Chris Robinson and the Black Crows are
Wow.
being sued
Ooh,
by who? Their drummer.
really?
Drummer Steve Gorman for unpaid royalties.
Oh
Apparently,
no,
they've been shortchanging him all these years.
that's a shame.
Holy crap, that is
They did him
so
like
dirty.
that. That's dirty, low down.
He works just as hard as the rest of you.
That's right. He's part of the band.
Look, look. Do you think Paul, John, and George would have shortchanged Ringo? No.
No
Look,
way.
Ringo didn't write the music. He just played the drums. But he also contributed in that work, doing all that work, you
That's
know,
right.
making sure that he knows the songs, making sure on his end, because he has input on whether the song is good.
Right.
You know, Look, Ringo Starr was not the greatest drummer in the world. He was just an average drummer. But he was part of that band and they would never have shortchanged him. Never.
Never.
So if you did do this, you should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed.
Yeah.
Think of
I
all
hate
those
to hear
Ringo
that in
Stars out
groups.
there. Yeah, no, it's
Um,
just terrible to do. Like, you're supposed to be friends, you know?
yeah. A
In it for the long
team.
haul. Yeah, a team.
Right.
That's just appalling. I was
It is.
sickened, because I like the Black Crows. Now,
Mm-hmm.
do I ever care if I listen to that band again? No.
Yeah.
Now,
Makes
if
you
I
feel
was
different
if
about
I
it.
was Steve Gorman, I'd catch on with another up and coming band and make it a go and give them your experiences so that way maybe a band can stay together for a change.
Yeah.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, speaking of bands,
Oh,
got a star on Hollywood Boulevard.
awesome.
Yes,
Hooray.
you would think it was awesome, right?
I would
The
think
police
so.
didn't think so.
Oh, okay. What happened
So
there?
many fans turned out to watch this, and Red Hot Chili Peppers literally made a fiasco out of the whole event. They had a marching band, they had everything there.
Oh my gosh.
Thousands of fans showed up. They had to shut down Hollywood Boulevard for traffic. Had
It's
to
the
shut it
marching
down.
band for me. I can't.
Like, leave it to the
That
Red
is
Hot Chili
hilarious.
Peppers, right? Like, who does this? They do. They do. So they made a fiasco out of it, and so did the fans, and it was chaos. It was chaos. It
Oh
looked like a
my.
riot. They weren't rioting or anything. They were just having a good time.
Ah, it's
So,
hilarious.
so that's the kind of stories I really like to hear. Like when it's funny, it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
I don't like giving bad news. I love giving those kind of stories. And I'm
Yeah.
not a fan by no means of Red Hot Chili Peppers. I like a couple of songs. That's about it.
Yeah.
Um, but I'll tell you, that is funny. That's funny.
That is.
So,
Hmm.
and you have one about
Yes.
Deborah
I
Cox.
have one. Yes. Congratulations to Deborah Cox to be indicted into the Canadian Music Hall of Fame
There
at
you
the
go.
year's Junos. It's going to be held at Toronto's Budweiser stage, May 15th, 2022 of this year.
Excellent. Excellent.
Congratulations.
And let me tell you, there's a lot of good talent up there because I believe Brian Adams is Canadian.
Very
Corey
great talent.
Hart. Corey Hart,
Oh,
who is a
wow.
DJ now, but he had obviously several hits in the 80s. Sunglasses at Night is what everybody knows. Um,
Oh, the
so there's a
karaoke
lot of
music.
good Canadian, music out there. Isn't Bieber Canadian?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Justin
So
Bieber. Hmm.
someday he'll be in the Canadian Hall of Fame.
I think
Someday.
so. He
Oh
did
yeah,
really
yeah.
great.
He's like a shoe-in. He's sold more records than probably everybody else combined in Canada.
Yeah.
Like I mean, maybe Brian Adams has something to say about that, but
And don't
I,
forget Drake also. I think he's a
absolutely, I was
great
going to mention him
singer.
next.
He's
You
one of the
know,
great. He has
Drake.
hits I love. I
I
love all of his
I
hits.
know he does, but I don't like his last album. Didn't like it.
The last one, yeah.
Yeah, didn't like it. I was disappointed.
Uh-huh.
I was
Yeah.
expecting. I remember because I remember listening to the album, and I was expecting to have a song from that, and I couldn't come up with one. I
Oh, I
couldn't come
remember
up
you
with.
saying that. Yeah.
Yeah, because somebody else who I did. Oh, Kanye. It was the same time as Kanye,
Right.
and I actually liked a couple of Kanye's songs who I don't normally like.
Yeah.
so
Uh-huh.
so I was expecting it to be reversed, and that's not what it was. So
Right.
congratulations to her. She is fantastic and deserves every bit of the recognition.
Oh, yes.
So it is time. Celebrity birthdays.
Celebrity birthdays. Oh, yes, it is time. Now, the renowned actor who appeared in more than 100 movies and television shows and became known for his Saturday Night Live cowbell skit. He also appeared in the Catch Me If You Can Pulp Fiction, Hairspray, Eddie the Eagle, and A View to Kill. Movie actor Christopher Walken is 79.
Christopher Christopher
One of my
Walken
favorite
is so
actors.
awesome.
He
He's
is
so
awesome.
awesome. But why?
Yeah. Now, I have not so great memories about Christopher Walken. The stigma, with Natalie Wood and Robert
Yeah.
Wagner, and something those two both knew about. But on the boat, as we know that
Yeah.
Natalie was drowned. But I always admired him as an actor. He really, really, really great.
He plays such a bad guy, such a great bad guy.
Uh
It's
huh.
it's like one of those kind of bad guys that you're supposed to hate, but he has so
Right.
much charisma and you just love him. Kind of like Negan in
Uh
The
huh.
Walking Dead. He's got that
Right.
charisma, and it's like he's such a jackass, but you
Yeah.
love him. But you love
Mhm.
him, and that's
That
what Christopher
stone
Walken
cold
does.
face, I just love to watch.
Yes, yes.
He's so awesome to watch.
And I remember, okay, look, obviously Pulp Fiction, one of the best movies ever made. Ever
Uh
made.
huh.
He was fantastic in that movie. Um, I loved it. And I loved him in Dwayne Johnson's The Rundown. Oh my
Yeah.
God, what a great movie that was. Great
Uh huh.
movie. He was fantastic. Of course, he plays the bad guy,
Yeah.
and he does what
Always.
he does.
Yep.
So, yeah, so awesome.
Mhm.
That's a great way to start it out.
Oh yes, he was first on the list. That's great. Now, Vice President of the United States from 1993 to 2001, who unsuccessfully ran for president in 2000, winning the popular vote, but not the electoral vote.
Ow.
He was also a U.S. Senator.
Ow.
Now, from Tennessee from 1985 to 1993, and it is known for his staunch advocacy of
Global warming.
environmentalism. Al Gore is 74 today.
Al Gore, man, he should have been president. I think he would have been a good president.
Yeah.
I think he would have.
Uh-huh.
He seemed like a decent guy. He seemed like a decent
Yeah.
guy. I don't say that about too many politicians, but he seemed like it.
Oh, yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
never know, I guess. So, but he's doing a great job with the environment. So,
That's
kudos to him.
great. Great to know.
And
Love to hear
again,
that.
we on this show are advocates for that as well as the animals, of course, and we make that part of our show. So,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. Now, Saudi Arabian, one half of the musical duo known as Simi, and have alongside her sister Sama Khadra. They are also known for their impeccable fashion sense, with their style becoming synonymous with the modern way of women. Heya Khadra is 29 today.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that's. But what she has done for fashion is probably as much as anybody does for anything.
Uh-huh.
So, there's a lot of skill and talent that you need for that. And it is a skill and a talent. It is.
Oh
So,
yeah. Yeah, definitely. It absolutely is. Now, Canadian voice actress and musician who has lent her voice to such series as Johnny Test, My
oh,
Little Pony, and Iron Man, Armored Adventures. Ashley Ball, voice actress, 39.
wow, she has a lot of accolades and credits.
Yep.
There's
Yeah.
so many people behind the entertainment world. It's like we keep talking about this, and this is why we do celebrity birthdays, because it gives
Uh-huh.
me a chance to notice these people that possibly are behind the scenes that never get out there in the public.
Yeah.
Because it's just you're not visually seeing them.
Oh yeah.
So these voice actors, they're just as talented as a regular actor. They really
They
are.
certainly are. That's
Because you
something I
still
always wanted to do.
look, especially, okay, so if you have an animated movie, you have to
Mhm.
make the viewer feel those emotions from your
That's right.
character, and it's animated. So people
Yep.
know that it's not real, because it's
Hmm.
animated, but you have to make them feel like they're real. And that's what they have
Yeah.
to do. They have to bring that character to life.
Uh-huh.
And in order for you
That's
to do that,
right.
you have to be so good at your job. You have to be.
That's right.
Probably
Yeah.
better because you have to be twice as good to make people feel it.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely right. Now, singer and actress best known for her starring role as Shirley Partridge on The Partridge Family. Her
Oh,
portrayal of Linda Cabot in Never Steal Anything. Small earned her um, let me see my writing, a Laurel Award for top female musical performance. Shirley Jones is 88 today.
Shirley Jones is 88. Wow.
88. Partridge Family.
That was such a great show.
It
Um,
was.
it was, it's like one of those. Okay, so it's a musical family. Okay,
Yep.
so it's like you're doing like the monkeys had the show. Where it's them being them,
Right.
and that's hard to do in a scripted show.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. So you're taking them out of their comfort area, just making music and performing, and you're turning them into actors and giving them scripts, and they pulled it
Oh,
off. They pulled it off.
they
Like the
pulled it off
monkeys just
well.
did. They were being themselves and just doing what they do and being silly.
Yeah.
This family was these people that were in the Partridge family. They
Mhm.
had to act at the same time. So, so what they pulled off was nothing short of amazing. You know,
Mhm.
it's like,
So,
they always for years they've always put music artists in movies, whether it was the Beatles, Elvis. They all did it. They all did it,
they did. They all did.
and I don't know if any of them were as good at actors as they were on the Partridge Family,
Yeah.
because they were
Okay.
good actors. So
Mhm. They were very
just
good.
figured I'd throw that out there. So Shirley Jones deserves a lot of credit, and
She
basically
does.
she worked with all kids.
Oh yeah.
So
Definitely.
they were all kids.
Mhm.
So
Now, actress who became known for playing Vanessa Abram on Gossip Girl. Her film credits include Pinaka 3D, I Don't Know How She Does It, and their internship. TV actress Jessica Stroke is
nice.
37. Hmm.
I saw I saw that movie.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, now an actress who became known for playing the feisty barmaid Carla on the television show Cheers. She has also appeared in such films as Matilda, Canadian Bacon, and The Sessions. TV actress Ria Pearlman is 74. I love her.
Oh my gosh, she is a riot.
Yeah.
Now, isn't Ron Perlman her brother? I believe Ron Perlman
I've
is their
heard of
brother.
him before, but I'm not quite sure. Is
Yeah,
that
I'm
right?
almost positive. I'm like 90% sure. And that that is total opposites. When you look at them, it's like, how are they related, right? But I'm
Yeah.
almost positive that they were brother and sister. And she's a riot. Carla was awesome on Cheers, awesome.
Yeah, she's really
And
good
it's
at what
like
she does.
every character was a character. Like that show just was awesome. It was such a great, one of the best comedies of all time. One of the best.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Now gain recognition as the young Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Star Wars prequel trilogy. He has also starred in such films as Big Fish, Beginners, Moulin Rouge, and Train Spotting. He has cast Lumiere in the 2007 film Beauty and the Beast and Black Mass Survivor. Um, Ewan McGregor
Yeah,
is
Ewan McGregor.
51.
No, is he Ewan?
51.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah, he's fantastic. He's reprising his role, I believe, in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So
Oh.
he's going to make a bundle.
Oh yeah.
He's going to make a bundle.
A whole
It's just like that.
bundle.
That's going to be one of the most watched series.
Yeah. Now we have the Filipino stand-up comedian who stars in ABS-CBN variety show It's Showtime. He has starred in two of the highest grossing films in the Philippines cinema history.
Wow.
Comedian Vice Ganda is 46.
Wow.
46. That was
Vice
impressive
Ganda.
when I was reading his bio.
Yeah, no,
That
that
is
says a lot.
the
You know,
highest grossing
the highest grossing is no joke.
now. That's right.
So
Now,
you
Cat.
picture, not to cut you off or anything, but you picture, that's like Leo being in, you know, Titanic.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? It's like,
Leo,
but he had
yes.
two highest,
That's
the two
right. Too.
highest.
Uh-huh.
So, uh,
A cast member of the hit Netflix series The Umbrella Academy, who
oh
landed the role of young Diego, Blake Tobias, is 18.
wow,
Jake Talabas? Yeah, Talabas, I'm sorry. Blake Talabas is 18 today. Now, the viral sensation who played the lead role of Elsa, a character from the animated smash hit Frozen, and
uh,
Alex Boyle's YouTube cover of the song Let It Go. Pop singer Lexi Walter is 20.
Lexi Walter. That is one of the biggest Disney hits ever.
Oh, yes. Yes. That
Like
is that
I
serious.
look, I don't know a lot of like Disney music, but I know that one. Believe me,
Yeah.
I know that one. It's like it's that is incredible. That is incredible.
One of the
So
top
great
ones.
job because that that was a monster hit.
Oh,
Monster hit.
yes. Monster hit. American rapper best known as a member of the supergroup Black Hippie. His second album, titled 959, was released in 2015. He featured Lil Wayne and will.i.am in his single All My Life. Rapper J Rock is 37.
J Rock.
Mhm. And that
You know you
is celebrity birthdays.
yeah, you're doing something right when you have Lil Wayne being on your record. Mhm.
Oh yes, that's a great
Uh,
collab
There's a
there.
yeah, that's a good chance it's going to be a big song.
Oh yeah.
so so
Uh-huh.
so now he just needs to make another one.
Yeah,
Need another one.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
all right, so we are in the home stretch. In the home stretch.
I
We
would like
got.
to add another story I just saw.
Oh no, go ahead. Absolutely.
Yeah, now this is the Guinness Book of World Record, one of my favorite things to read. Now this happened on March 28th of 2022. Guinness World Records announced a young performer has been dubbed the world's youngest opera singer at
Oh my god.
professional age of 7.
Oh my god.
Victory Brinker earned the record at the age of 7 in 314 days after participating in an 8 professional performance at the Pittsburgh Public Theater's Lights and Legends show in 2019. I was an early talker and started singing at age 2. Between
Holy.
age 2 and 3, I was memorizing entire CDs with good pitch. I was always singing. Um, I was Brinker told Guinness Book of World Records made history on America's Got Talent and received a golden buzzer of all 5 of the panel. So
Wow.
congratulations, Victory Brinker.
Okay. So now opera might be my least favorite form of music.
You
But
always say.
but it might take more talent to sing opera than anything.
It
So
does.
I'm
Vocal
throwing that
range,
out there.
right?
Like it is not my cup of tea, and I'm not even saying all of it is is isn't
Uh-huh.
good or anything like that. I'm not saying it's not. I just don't know a lot of opera music, so
Right.
um, it's just not my favorite. But you have to have the chops. You have to. There's
You
no
have
there's
to.
no room for hiding your voice in opera. There's no way to hide. You can
None.
either do it or you can't. And I would probably say 95% of the people on this planet can't.
That's
It
right.
takes too much.
Right.
It takes too
It's
much
skill.
skill and practice. You
Right.
have to train to do that. It is
You
like
have to
it
train.
is like becoming an Olympic athlete. You need to train to
Oh
do it.
yeah.
It is
But
not just
according
picking
to
up a
the
guitar and singing.
right, according to this baby, it
Yeah,
seemed like he was born with
2 years
talent.
old. I'm
He
like,
just
I'm lucky if I had a maybe like 10 words when I was 2. It's mom, dad,
were
you
the
know,
clean words.
eat,
Right.
you know. It's like,
Uh,
oh, kids like
yeah,
got the chops for that
it's
at 2 years old.
amazing. You got to go
Unbelievable.
check her out. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could
Yes.
definitely see her. She's gonna go places, great places. This young
Okay.
girl.
So, seeming we're on the music, that was actually good timing, Michelle.
To music.
Um,
Yep.
New music. So, new music.
Music.
I saw 3 albums that struck my senses.
Oh, great.
The first one we've been talking about for the last few weeks that we were waiting for it to come out. Machine Gun Kelly, Mainstream Sellout.
Uh-huh.
I have now listened to all of it, and it is absolutely spectacular.
Good.
Spectacular. Album number 2 that came out, The Killers, Pressure Machine Deluxe Edition. So apparently now we're doing deluxe editions in music as well. You
Yeah.
know, um, so it is the original album. I guess came out in August.
Okay.
So they have a deluxe edition now, whatever that means. I don't know what, but that is out. But I like the Killers, and I actually featured them in one of my songs. And the other one is Joan, Jett, and the Black Hearts. Change Up. Now, this album you can get, and that's why it's called Change Up, because you can get it. They do an acoustic album. Joan, Jett, and the Black
Okay.
Hearts does an acoustic album. And they figured, well, because our normal fans will want us to be like we were, they also released it in electric form as well.
Oh, interesting.
It is interesting, and you can definitely tell the difference in both styles. And I don't know which one I like better. I thought it was a wonderful album, and it sounded great either way. It really did.
Yeah.
So,
Uh-huh.
check them out. Um, Song check now.
Song
Michelle,
check.
what is your first song that you recommend for our fans out there?
Well, my first song I would recommend is Kingdom Music presents Z Fuego featuring Brandon Trajo. It's a Christian rap music. I believe the song will inspire the youth listeners with positive lyrics and great beats. I love it. I really love the beat. It's really nice. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah, it's nice that that bands today can do the Christian music and make it sound like just an ordinary band, and can send a
Oh
message,
yeah.
and it will reach those people that they need to reach.
Oh
That's a good thing.
right. Yeah, it's a great thing. Huh?
So my first song is The Killers and Quiet Town from
Hmm.
Pressure Machine. Um, Look, most of the album sounds a little different than what the Killers normally do. Um, but Quiet Town kind of puts that normal Killer sound, um,
Hmm.
maybe a little softer, more of an acoustic kind of thing. Not quite
Right.
all acoustic, but the electric stuff is toned down. But I love the song. I love the Killers. I just love their music.
Yeah, that's not the first time I was about to say you voted for
Yeah,
them.
and it's like I just think they know what they're doing and they can change it up when they need to. No pun intended to Joan, Jett, and the Blackhearts, but they did a really good job with that album. And I
Right.
loved Quiet Town. That was my favorite one off the album. So
Uh-huh.
song number two.
Song number 2 is by Oh Aloha, Kuwait, Victor AD. It's a spiritual, soothing, relaxing Afro-Caribbean music to the ears. I would suggest anyone listen to it.
Does it have like xylophone stuff in there?
No, no xylophone. No, no xylophone.
I love the
Um,
xylophone.
it does sound great. Yeah, I didn't hear no xylophones, but it's so soothing. Like if you're in a soothing mood to listen and to relax, this is the song to go to.
There you go. I
Alua,
sense a I,
Kuwait,
s-
Victor AD.
I
Mm-hmm.
sense a theme from you this week. It's like a
Okay.
chill, kind of relaxed kind of thing.
Uh-huh. That's right. That's right.
All right, um my second song. Oof, it was a toss up between I was gonna do this one or the other one. So I'm gonna go with Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, machine gun. Uh-huh.
God Save Me.
Oh.
Michelle,
Oh.
when I tell you you need to listen to this song, because I know you're a lyric person.
Oh yeah. I love the words. The
This
lyrics. Yeah.
song, the lyrics are, they will give you goosebumps.
Oh, that powerful, huh?
Yes, it's like
Gotta check
when
it out.
you listen to the song, and it's not like over the top, like you just hear the music. You clearly hear the words and everything he says, and I'll tell you, the words are powerful. I don't want
Mm.
to give the song away, you know, but I'm just saying this may be the best song on that album. And we talked
Can you say
about
your favorite line
no,
at least?
no, I don't know the song well enough for that. But
Okay.
the topic, you will clearly get the topic, and
Okay.
it doesn't take very long to understand that because
Yeah.
it's plain as day. Um,
Oh, great.
but definitely a song that will probably touch a lot of people.
Uh-huh. I love that. Sounds great.
Yes, yes, yes. Number three.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? I just thought of something. I didn't give you the winners. Well, I gave you the grizzly bear winner.
Okay.
I never said the celebrity winner,
Oh,
which
that's right. We
I
start
never
moving
mentioned
along.
it.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken.
Oh, I know it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like that was not even, it wasn't even close. Like, you
Uh-huh.
know, it wasn't close. And I'm not saying that list wasn't close. Like look, there was a lot more talented people, than Christopher Walken. But
Oh, yeah.
Christopher Walken is, I don't know, there's just something about him. Cool, you know?
Mysterious.
Yeah, all of that. So Christopher Walken and the Grizzly Bears sounds like a new band.
Oh, yeah. Sound like a great band.
So, all right. So, getting back, song number three, Michelle.
Oh, song number 3, I chose NBA Youngboy, and it's titled Holy. It's a rap, slow tempo music. The song is about himself, actually, and I like it. It's about himself, and so
When do
that's
rappers
it.
ever do that? They never
Yeah,
sing about themselves.
yeah. I guess that's exactly why it made it so different and stood out. And I said, okay, he's singing about himself. Interesting.
Yeah, that's good. No, yeah, hey, look, you know, everybody's got at least one good song in them, at least, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I know we've gone through the years, and there's been so many one-hit wonders. I
Mhm.
just think it's just because of marketing. You
Okay.
know,
Yeah.
that's all it comes down to is marketing. So
Uh-huh.
these one-hit wonders, you know, the chances are they have more than one good song. I mean, like let's be honest. Like it's just
Yeah.
that people don't hear the other songs,
Mhm.
and usually the one that does make it big isn't even the best song that they have.
Mhm.
So, so that's great. It's a slower tempo song, you
Yeah.
know, and to show your skills, you have to have both the up tempo and the slow, the
Oh,
ballads
yeah.
and stuff, because that's how you build your fan base.
That's
You
right.
gotta have
That's
both. You
what
gotta
it
do
does.
both. And this is why we see bands, metal bands. They have ballads.
Uh-huh.
They all do. Every one of them. Everybody. They all
Yeah.
have both. Because if you don't have both, you're closing out what might be big fans.
Yeah.
So
Right.
by all means, you know, pick up any of these albums and like listen to them. This is why we do this. We give you
Yeah.
we give you these artists. Go check them out. You know, like obviously we don't have to sit here and promote Machine Gun Kelly. That's easy. Everybody's going to listen to it anyway. But
Mhm.
how many of you are going to come and pick up this next band? Unless you were around back in the '80s, and that is Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Um, Runaway. I loved it. I loved it. Now,
Yeah.
again, they have it in both acoustic and electric. I listened
Right.
to both to see the difference, and I did that with
Wow.
several songs, and I gotta say, they were both good. So whether
Ooh.
you want the electric part or you just want the acoustic, you will be satisfied either way, you know? And Joan Jett, she still has that same voice, the same voice. Didn't
Yeah.
change. Did not change. You know,
Right.
the Black Hearts still sound the same. When they do that, the electric version, it sounds like Joan
Sounds
Jett and the
great.
Black Hearts. It's
Wow.
them, 100%. Like I was
That's
raving about
great.
the Scorpions, I'm raving about Joan Jett and the Black Hearts because
Right.
they knocked it out of the ballpark. They knocked it out, And same thing with Brian Adams from last time.
Mhm.
You know, that's three '80s act that came back with a new album and delivered.
Yeah.
And Runaway it was touching in the acoustic version, and
Okay.
then when you listen to the electric version, it rocks. So
Sounds great.
so
Yeah.
that was my favorite song of. I don't even know. It might not be the favorite song of the week for me. Like I said, I was flipping a coin with Machine Gun Kelly because those words are powerful.
Oh yeah.
Um, but Joan Jett was just fantastic. Like I have to say. So look, go on YouTube, look up Joan Jett and the Blackhearts change up. It'll have both electric and acoustic, and just give it a shot. Give it a shot. That's all I can tell you. That's a band that does need the help this year because they
Yeah.
were an
Check out
'80s
all the
band.
music
You know,
and let us
um,
know what you think.
yes. Can you run down your three? Um,
I have the Kingdom Music
yes.
presents Z Fuego featuring Brandon Traho, and then there's Alua Oluwa Kuwait Quwait Victor AD, and then there's NBA Youngboy Holy.
Yes. See, like these are not household names, but if they're
Yeah.
good enough, and you support it, they could be. They could be.
Yeah.
So, let's make a new Drake. Ha, make a new Drake. you know, let's do this. Let's get these guys a shot. Give them a shot.
Yeah.
Listen to it. We listen to all different kinds of music, all different kinds.
All the
And
time I do. Yeah.
and there's a lot of times where never heard of them,
Yep.
but I'll listen, and if I like it, it gets out there. Remember the week? I don't know. I don't remember the band, but I can probably go back and look because I know I added them on my Spotify. Um, they had, what was it, like less than 100 views. I can't remember who it was. But I'm gonna go double check on it tonight, and I'm hoping I see, you know, over 1,000. I hope I see
Yeah,
that.
that'd be great.
Because you got to give new music acts a chance. You got to give them a chance. How you
Yeah.
gonna know if you ever like something if you don't try it?
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I remember growing up. I just listened to um, radio station in Providence, 94 HJY. It was rock music, and it had a lot of the classic rocks from, the 70s. Like, so it would listen to like Led Zeppelin and Queen and Styx and Van Halen and all that stuff. That's what I listened to. And as you get older, you try different music styles, or you see somebody that you're with every day and they like a different kind of music. Like, I don't know how many exes that influence music style. So I remember I didn't like country. Well, I had an ex that loved country music, so so you start having to listen to it, right? And I remember going to Garth Brooks to see Garth Brooks. It was like the most incredible concert I've ever been to. He was fantastic, you know? And it's like, so your music expands, and that's what you
That's
should do,
right.
all the time. And then
You
I
open your
started working.
mind,
Right, I
right?
started working at the Y,
Yeah.
and I didn't listen to rap music. I mean, look at me, right?
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
didn't listen to rap and hip hop, but the kids always did. And then it would start, you know, getting
Yeah.
into your head, and it's like then I am listening to 50 Cent, and,
Uh-huh.
Chingy,
Yes.
LL Cool J, and everybody, right? Mace,
How
you
about
know.
Vanilla Ice?
No, I draw the line. I draw the line. The only reason why that sounds good is because he steals the song. you know, he steals Under Pressure by you know Queen and Bowie, but
Oh yeah.
you know, so you start listening to that, and now all these years later, this is a lot of years. This is like back in like early 2000s. You know,
Oh yeah.
now I love Ludacris. Yeah, like I can't picture myself not liking a lot of the music that I like now. And it's just being influenced by different people. You start hearing things, and it's like,
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
not going to tell anybody, oh, I can't listen to this crap. Like I'm not going to do that because I
Mhm.
can pretty much listen to anything. Just some
Right.
things not very often, but you know, like I can listen to heavy metal, like thrasher metal. And I'll use the band that we have on Rhode Island Broadcasting, Stonehill. Um, it's very thrashcore, Like I don't dislike it,
Right.
I like I'm going to be honest, and I'm not going to listen to it constantly. But you play a song, I'm going to like something, and I like some of those songs that they sing, you know,
Yeah.
But I don't like listen to thrashcore all day. I can't really listen to anything, all day. Like I like the Beatles, but I'm not listening to it all day. You know,
Got it.
I
Right.
like a variety of music. You know, I love music by Prince, but I'm not going to sit there and the whole day just play Prince. Not happening.
Yeah.
So you just gotta try things. And this is the
Yeah.
reason why we do this segment is to get people to say, hey, you know what? Let me listen to it. Let me listen to it. Hey, it's not so bad, you know? And when you do
Mhm.
that, don't be afraid to share it. Just like any of the shows that we do. That's how we get out there. And that's how those people get out there.
Right.
Obviously, if Drake has a new song, everybody's going to listen to it. If Bieber has a new song, everybody's going to listen to it, right?
Yeah.
But it's more important for those people that maybe just a local band and you listen to it.
Right.
Hey, this is pretty good, and you share it, and your friends know the music that you like, so maybe they might like that same music, and maybe they'll listen to it, and that's how you get people to get noticed.
Yeah.
So
That's
if you
true.
like the show, you like what you see, you like what we talk about, share it.
Yeah.
That's
Share
the
it.
point. That's the point, because maybe we have goals of our own because we want to get what we do out there. So please share
That's
it.
right.
That would be so helpful. So helpful.
Wonderful.
Michelle, that is the show.
That is the
This was
show.
a big show. This was our
A
longest
big
show
show.
ever.
Yes, it certainly was.
But I'll tell you, we needed to have a big show. We missed last week, and we missed you, the fans, and we had a lot to talk about. A lot.
Yeah, a whole lot to talk about.
So we hope you enjoyed the show, and we
Yeah.
will be here Thursday night next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in the Philippines, it'll be 6 a.m.
6 a.m.?
So put it on your schedule.
Yeah. Listen
Put
to
it
us
on
on
your
the way to work
yes.
or getting
So
ready for work.
and I wanted to mention our fans from Egypt. Remember
Oh,
us talking
yeah.
about this? We have a lot of people that watch us in Cairo. Yes,
Ooh.
I said
That's
that.
where I want
We
to
are
go.
big in Cairo.
Cairo.
So
Shout out to
we
Cairo.
welcome
Shout out
you
to
and hope you
Philippines.
continue to watch the show.
You're
And
welcome.
please do not be afraid to comment and let us know who the big people are in your country.
Yes,
And
please do.
maybe we'll keep that in mind. And if we see any news about people, you know, like celebrities in your area, we can cover.
Yeah, I would
So
love that.
Michelle, thank you
Mhm.
for being here.
Yes,
It is always
pleasure
a
is
pleasure
always.
doing a show with you. Always a pleasure. I have so
Same.
much fun.
We always
As
have fun.
unhealthy as I've been lately, when I do the show with you, it makes me feel a lot better.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that.
So,
Wonderful. I'm glad.
so again, everybody, check us out on basically every form of social media, Rhode Island Broadcasting. You go to whatever site you're on and you search Rhode Island Broadcasting, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TuneIn, Spotify, Anchor. We're everywhere, even VO,
Yeah,
so
everywhere.
everywhere. And if we're not on there, you let us know and we will get on there.
That's right.
We will get there.
Be right on it.
So that is the show for the week. We will see you next Thursday night live at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Michelle, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Ron.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.